do, actually.
Before the Cataclysm, there were no gods on Solasta. No humans either. Then, the rift opened. Some say it was a magical accident, or the work of an evil god. No one knows for sure. The Cataclysm destroyed the old High Elf Empire. Markgfl they called it, and twisted the land beyond recognition. Now, only the brave and the foolish go there, in search of ancient treasures. But something is happening deep in those Badlands. Whatever it is, it can't be good.
You didn't see that, right? Don't know what that was about. Don't worry, that wasn't my streaming OBS. That was just the recording OBS, which is on the gaming computer, so that won't affect the stream. The stream PC is working quite happily over there. Don't think I updated that version of OBS. Don't think I got a prompt to do it. Anyway, I just want to record the gameplay. See if it will do it.
This beer tastes like donkey piss. Not.
I've had a drink of that pub, I think.
Is this the place for the Legacy Council job? Hope I'm not too late.
Ran into a bit of trouble on the way here.
Sit, relax. Perhaps you'd enjoy a pint of this obnoxious ale.
If you're here for the council job, get in line. Look, if this Lord Karen doesn't show up soon, I may go looking for him.
Another round, barkeeper. 4 of your finest flagons of donkey piss, please.
Looks like you've been waiting here a while.
Indeed. You mentioned something about some trouble. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, I was making my way here when 3 bandits leapt out of the bushes with crossbows. They dragged me off to some decrepit prison and tossed me in a filthy cell that smelled of rat piss. Don't know what was holding the place up.
Oh, we got a little tutorial. Escape the bandits' prison. Find a way out. Nice. Okay, this will be fun. Why is tranquil lowercase? In the game, was that? I didn't notice, actually. It shouldn't have been. I typed them all out the same. Maybe elves don't like caps lock. They consider it shouting. I don't know. Can we not... Oh, we can rotate the map like that. Cool. Can I put that light out? Probably could. Select your character by clicking to move. Left click on the destination. Yeah, we can work that bit out. Right click and drag to rotate the camera. Nice. Q&E we figured out. WASD understood. That's got a bit of a delay to it. Q&E is a bit sharper. Can we hold down Alt to see things? We said that. Oh, stuff to loot already. No? Do we have a sneak mode? Click on the journal button to open the quest log. Journal, okay. Note that the journal contains more information than the quest log. The log lists your current objective. Hints, tips. Okay, let's take a quick look. Find a way out. We can figure that one out, I think. Yeah, that's... Hang on, let me just adjust the sensitivity of the mouse. Is that... That's a bit better. It feels like it hardly moves until you do a big swing. Prefer it with Q and E, I think. But I'll lose my positioning on those keys. I know I will. Right, looks like we can get through that. Scroll through a hole, click on the other side. You can get a better view of the other side by rotating the camera. To moving the camera around to examine your surroundings, you can center on a character and follow them. Double-click the character's portrait or press Tab. Ah, okay, nice. Very nice. Oh, it was in the subtitle where tranquil was lowercase. That's probably an error then. What's in there? I found a torch. Oh, nice. So we can put these in light sources. Excellent. Escape. So let me have a look at the settings for the camera graphics. Is it under graphics? Custom quality. GUI. Scroll sensitivity. It's the camera sensitivity I'm really keen on. I don't know if I... Oh, let's see what this does. It certainly seems to have speeded it up a little bit. We'll go like that. Unless press and hold the Alt key to highlight. Understood. So we've done that one. Yeah, I want it to be a bit sharper on the camera rotation. That's what I'm looking for. It just might not do it, but black background. That'll be for the subtitles. Game. Anything on gameplay? Contextual camera frequency. What does that mean? How often the close-up camera focuses on important actions? I'll just leave that as it is. I don't see anything else to change there. And the GUI. And what happens if I set that down to 0? Seems to make no difference with the keyboard. I can't see any difference. I can't see any difference whatsoever, actually. Highlighted elements are interactive. The cursor indicates the action that can be performed. Just that looks like a cog, so is that used? Or just give it a massive kick, do we? It is not much of a prison. Oh, nice. We can climb a little bit. Jump or climb, simply click on the destination. Depending on the character's strength and proficient in athletics, you can jump and climb between 2 and 5 cells. You can always jump over 2 cells, drop down 3 and climb up 1. Or climb up easy surfaces like ladders or ropes without any trouble. Character with strength below 15 and no proficiency in athletics cannot jump far enough to reach the chest. Right, so even though my rogue character has some athletic skill and stuff, it's strength that seems to be the important thing. Strength 15 to 20 can jump across 3 cells, so a character with strength 11 to 14 plus... Alright, so high strength can make up for the lack of proficiency in athletics a little bit. Critical path is always open to characters. However, optional loot is sometimes harder to reach. Not keen on this camera rotation thing at the moment. It's kind of annoying me, but... can we get there? No path to destination. Well, it's going to have to be. Okay, there's got to be a way up there then. Or maybe it's just this character can't... Could I have got to there? No, I think the... well, maybe I can. Maybe the objective is to get across here. As far as I can tell, this character's not going to do it, are they? So... Oh, alright. Clearly they are then. I didn't expect that to be a solution. Are you coming through for this? Actually, this is my cleric. He should be pretty strong. A healing potion. We don't have to equip these in ready slots, do we? I don't see... Do we have, like, equipped ranged weapon will look for ammunition in this inventory slot if the primary slot is empty. Okay. So, oh, that's just for those 2 slots. It's not for the rest. I thought we suddenly had different wardrobe sets there. Should be nice. I didn't make my cleric that strong then. I thought I did. Okay, well we've got a mix of stuff going on. Maybe I intended him to be a ranged cleric. I can't remember. Oh, nice. I think we killed him. More loot. Looting inventory managed. Click on the chest or the container to loot. Everything you carry affects your weight gauge, so be wary of reaching your weight limit as this will slow you down a lot. Okay. Some items can stack in the same cell. To split a stack, drag and drop the stack onto an empty cell holding down shift. This is pretty standard stuff so far, which is great because it sort of lines up with what a lot of other games have got for their controls. Yep, that looks good to me. We've got a candle, so we've lost the torch. We've got some crossbow bolts. We've got a scroll of revivify, which does what? When you use this scroll, you cast the revivify. Yes, I know. Thank you very much. I know I had worked out that it would cast the revivify spell. What does revivify do? Is it just? It's not resurrect, is it? It's not bring back to life. I'm gonna guess. Acid. Is that for crafting with? Magnesium, refined oil, commoner's clothing. Should probably just get rid of that. And a herbalism kit. Oh, nice. A ration pouch. Do we open that? Stack size 1 out of 5. Enough food for 1 day. Oh god, we're going to have to worry about food. Is this going to be a survival game? Or use the full elements of the D&D rule set? I remember playing Eye of the Beholder and always worried about running out of iron rations.
Nice move, that trick with the wall. Glad you're no worse for wear.
My flagon is empty of ale, and Lord Karen still isn't here.
Have another ale. It's not like you have anywhere better to be.
I have a tale to tell as well. I too was attacked, but I put an end to my enemies with blood and pain.
Let's hear it then. Don't be shy.
A battle starts. Cross the bridge and escape the wolves. So we've won the initiative roll. Moving to a point in the yellow area uses your main action to dash. Dash doubles your maximum movement for the turn. However, you cannot use your action to attack or cast a spell. Remember that you can move normally and then decide whether to dash further or to use your action for something else. Got it. So the yellow action. The yellow area. So it did say the yellow area, didn't it? Well, I guess I want to move to here. That would be a move action. Where do we see our move actions and action points and stuff? You got a move and like another action, I'm guessing. Let's just move in. What's that done? Okay, that's 5 of 6. I can now attack. Activate a power or special ability. What have I got? I've got lay on hands, divine sense, neutralize poison, cure disease. Ooh, we are a proper healing cleric then. Nice. I guess we just attack in that case. With a spear. Natural 20. Nice. We got him, I think. So we can still move. Oh, so you can move, action, and then spend the rest of your points. That's nice. Okay, I approve of that. I don't think there's any benefit to moving anywhere else, so where's the end turn? I'm guessing... Oh, there's more coming in. To attack an enemy using your default weapon, left click. Yeah, we got that. Switch weapon configurations, use another weapon. A range one, for example. Depending on the character, some specials are available. You try to shove an enemy. We've got shove. Where's that at? Shove. Oh, okay. Enemy back or down. Select shove and choose from the available option. Can we shove it off the edge? If you shove an enemy backwards into a pit, they'll fall. If you shove an enemy down, they'll be prone. Understood. Right. Does this trigger an attack of opportunity? It's got a red thing on, so that suggests it will. I'm going to try this. Shove. Push away. Go on then. Do it, do it, do it. This is going to be so much fun. I approve of that. Pass. I like the dice edition. But yeah, you probably can get old quickly. But it's nice to see what you're rolling and why you miss and stuff. And why you get crits and things like that. So I like that. Hey Tig, how's it going? Clicking dodge uses your main action, provides the following benefits. Until the start of your next turn, all attackers you can see have disadvantage on their rolls to hit, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws. That could be useful. That could be useful, like instead of sending your fighters forward to engage the enemy, they can hang back, be on dodge, and let the enemy come to you. I've got to do another shove here, because shoving is fantastic. The best ability in a game in a long time. Cross the bridge, but which way? We were getting blocked that way? Are we heading this way? Okay. I'm not sure what I think about a paladin with a spear. We shall change that. It's an ambush. To avoid an opportunity attack, you can use the disengage action. For the rest of your turn, you can move close to enemies freely without any risk of opportunity attack. That seems a bit too easy. Disengage uses your main action, though, so you won't be able to attack or dash during this turn. Understood. So I think it just wants me to disengage, right, just to try this out. Whereas my response is to kill it. But anyway, we'll disengage. Nice you get a warning about that. That's cool. Ooh! That's going to cost a bit to fix. Yeah, this is out now.
What a bunch of namby-pambies. You're lucky we're attacked by Sorax.
Shut your gob or I'll shut it for you.
The Badlands are thick with them, shape-shifting bastards.
Go easy on him. He's just a harmless old drunk. Probably saw lizard folk or dragonborn or something.
You think I don't know the difference? All those spines on their backs, those jaws. You've never seen anything like it. Not lizard folk, not troglodyte, not dragonborn, I'm telling you.
No one believes in Sorax anymore. Except the Church of Einar, of course. There's a Sorak under every bed if you believe them.
Easy now. Don't mock people for their faith.
Read them books. Sorax are masters of deception, infiltration. Anyone here could be a Sorak. You'd never know.
Is that co-carnage?
Oh, come on.
You'll see.
So, anyway,
Sorax might be legend, but orcs are quite real. And not just in the Badlands. I stumbled across a secret settlement right here in the Principality.
Bullshit.
I travelled here from the east and left the main highway, hoping to save time by traversing the hills. The views were magnificent, but I should have kept my eye on the path, because it gave way beneath my feet, plunging me into Stygian darkness.
Was that Pan's fault?
Oh!
Was she on the other end of the bridge at the
That's going to leave a
time?
mark.
Yeah, this is out now, Tom, and you can pick it up on Steam if you want. If you want to support me, you can actually use my affiliate link in the panels down below and buy it from GOG.com. And that would pay me a small commission at no cost to anyone else. So, yes, get my... I'm going to sell my soul. It's done. But yeah, guys, if you want to get this game, just buy it wherever you like. Lighting and light sources. You'll explore deep, dark places without natural light. That's why I've picked loads of people with dark vision. It really helps in these games. Makes exploration and combat harder, especially for characters without dark vision. You can equip torches or cast light spells. You can light flammable items like torches on holders by interacting with them while holding a torch or casting a flaming spell on them like the cantrip Firebolt. I was lucky I picked that one then, eh? I still don't like the rate at which that camera turns. I want it to move a lot sharper and faster, but don't think it's my mouse setting. No, it doesn't. Well, I can do it with the arrow keys. I'll just have to get used to it. So we have night vision in here anyway, or dark vision, I should say. Cautious. What does cautious do? Cautious character is stealthy and more aware of hidden objects and creatures. Ah, so that's effectively our stealth thing, I think. Cast spell as a ritual, takes 10 minutes. Does not use a spell slot. Okay. Rituals. Identify. Okay, it just says a hidden properties of an object. Range self. That sounds like a slow way of casting detect magic. I do have detect magic though, don't I? Hail thing, the shadow dagger. 3 cantrips. This is nice. So I have these. I can just choose them freely by the looks of it, rather than having to pick ones to memorize. But obviously I only have 2 spell slots at level 1, so I can cast 2 and then that's it until we camp and rest, I think. But I have them all available by the looks of things. I can live with that. Right, do we see anything to light up in here? Abort. I should take a look at the inventory actually and see what we've got. We've got, so I've got a primary staff. Can these can also use... Main attack is that, but where can I see proficiencies? So proficiency with weapons and armor, longsword, short bow, longbow. I think I have pretty decent dexterity. I could actually equip probably short bows and stuff for a mage because I've picked an elven one. Tranquil fast mind. Identify is what you cast once you found something is magic. Detect magic is for figuring out. Ah, okay, thanks, Big Green. So detect magic first and then identify afterwards. Cheers. Yeah, longbow's better, but I imagine some of the longbows, do they have maybe have strength requirements? I don't know. I haven't found one yet. We shall see. The strength is definitely going to be the downside here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be lighting anything up. Must complete the quest objective. Light their way. I guess we can... oh no, switch to that.
Let there be light.
There we go. Leave the cave. Is that it? I have a candle. Actually, what am I doing? Well, maybe I can just light that, can I? With my candle?
A little light is always welcome.
I wonder, does that have a duration? Wait, remaining duration 59 minutes. It does. Okay, it doesn't mess about this game. Let's turn back to the staff. I don't think I brought light as a spell, did I? Let's have mage armor. We can see that armor class is set to 13 for 8 hours, which should be the length of any adventure. Oh, what do I have to do? Examine the totem. Ah, this thing.
Orcs? Here? Strange. I wonder what this totem means.
Yeah, I was wondering about the rules for longbows with things like halflings, and when I loaded this up the other day to look at the character creation, I think if I made a halfling ranger, it did say proficiency in longbow, so maybe they've just done away with like height and restrictions and stuff to stop people just falling into the typical archetypal character builds. Healing. If your character can cast healing spells, Press the cast spell button, select a spell in order to recover lost hit points. You can also use a potion found in nearby loot. Use a potion found in nearby loot. Okay, those camera rotation things are driving me mad. Because they're also Q&E, it's reversed to what I expect it to be. Take that. And that. What have I got? Can I not just do double click? 3 arrows and some food. Nice. Escape. Does that potion not come up as a... where's our hit points? 3 out of 9. I guess we're supposed to do that then, are we? Use... Could do it like an action bar for these. Drink potion. Heal yourself. Done. You can use a longbow with a halfling in this game, you just need a special item. Okay. Yeah, it looks good so far. I quite like it so far. I'm just going to the key bindings. What's it going to be? The keyboard. We can speed up the battle. Oh, for pause, right. Quick save, F5. Party journal, bestiary. Highlight interactive elements. Yeah, Alt. Great. What I want is... Enable planar targeting. Allows you to confine destination target selection to a horizontal plane instead of full 3D. Oh, alright. That might be quite useful. Camera control. Here we go. Rotate clockwise. I'm going to switch this to Q. Yep. And E. Apply. It hasn't done it. Has it? Yeah, it has. Okay. That camera's going to drive me around the bend by the end of this. I know it is. Where are we going? It says leave the cave. Explore further. Is there something over here?
There they are. Discretion is clearly the better part of valor in this instance.
Ah. We can drop a rock on their heads or something. Activating cautious mode makes you slow, but it grants 2 benefits. Hidden objects and traps are easy to find, and you are harder for enemies to spot. When an enemy starts to notice your presence, a gauge appears over their head, giving you time to react. Remain 3 cells above the enemy in this mode, and you can't be detected. Cautious. So I think it wants to get me over here. I think it's it started to detect me as I came off the ladders there. Well, surely the moment that happens, they're going to be aware that I've just activated that. No? Apparently not. I am tempted to cast some spell down there and blow them up, but we won't. We'll do as we're told. Think I could beat them in a fight? I suspect not. Could fill the gap until Baldur's Gate 3 is out of early access. Yeah. In fact, when you're playing in this view, it doesn't look all that different, really. Not when you're in a dark, deep cavern, anyway. I'm guessing we can't do this in cautious mode, then. Well, at least jumping doesn't seem to go on a random roll to see whether you succeed or fail. It's like you will do it or you can't do it. Abyss Moss? Do we get a clue on what to do with that? I have no idea if I'm supposed to be going this way or not. New waypoint added. Long rest safe area. Click to open the map. Oh. Let's go down. We can rest by fires, can we? Bonfires.
No other means of egress is apparent. Fine. I shall wait until they go. These creatures do hunt, right?
Recover hit points, special abilities and spells. You must take a long rest. You need to find a safe place and gather your party. Okay, we can do this. Many spellcasters know more spells than they can recall at a given time. Prepared spells represent those a character can use by spending spell slots. Check your hero's list of known spells and choose which ones you want to prepare. Okay, this is where I maybe made a mistake earlier then. Spells that are not prepared cannot be cast. Many characters know more spells than they can prepare, so choose carefully.